Bitches get stuff done, that's a fact. Unapologetic on the attack. Now's the time.
Hello, bitches. It is Heather Ryan right here in Des Moines, Iowa.
And Blythe Potter in Bargersville, Indiana.
We've got another packed episode for you from Bitches Get Stuff Done, the podcast.
Woo-hoo!
So Blythe's got most of the stuff on her agenda. There's just so much to talk about. There's so much changing. There's so much going on all day, every day. I wanted to start out with just talking about how exhausted I am. And then I was going to kind of throw it over to you and say, hey, Blythe, what do you got going on? It's exhausting.
It is. Well, it is. The brain drain is real, and it's almost it's affecting focus, and even not necessarily motivation. I definitely feel motivated to do this, but I mean, it's brutal. It is brutal. It's palpable for me. I feel it with you. Like I kind of felt it yesterday on the call, and you know we're really lagging with recording yesterday. I was like, yeah, I think we both just needed to not record yesterday.
I had such a case of dragging ass yesterday. I had a hard time getting out of bed. Now, albeit prom was the night before, and I did stay up like till 1 a.m. with the kids talking about it afterwards, and that's exhausting. Old people like me don't stay up that long. But over and above that, it was just like, oh my God, I didn't even want to watch my Sunday morning shows. I was so tired. Yeah. And I live for this. I mean, this is all I've ever wanted to do. And now it's here, but it's freaking exhausting. Just the mental taxation on me all the time.
Well, and May is notoriously a busy month anyway. Like it just is. It's spring. People do stuff. So if you are listening to this and you are tired, you're definitely not alone. Just remember, it's okay to disconnect for a day or two. Chaos will still be there waiting for you when you're done.
You might miss 24 hours of news cycle, but trust, there'll be more.
There will be plenty more.
True.
And it's, at this point, it really is a cycle, right? Like more tariffs, we're backing down. We're going to do this, we're backing down. We're going to do this, we're backing down. Oh, we've stolen another person and we don't know where they are. It's
and everything takes 2 weeks to fix. And yes, so in 2 weeks, we'll be saying the same thing.
Yeah. So brain drain is real. Where do we want to start with next?
Well, everything's on your list. I've just got, a few things I told you about on my list.
Well, the sit-in was yesterday, and that seemed to go well. It seemed really chill. I'm a little bummed. I couldn't be there.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been really interesting. I mean, what an opportunity that would have been to be able to be that close to Cory Booker and other people who, I mean, there were maybe fewer than a couple hundred people.
But what if they'd actually coordinated a little better, and maybe next time we can actually do it in our local areas?
Well,
maybe,
that is an excellent idea. And maybe we should start sending messages for them to do that on June 6th, because the next 50501, well, not the next, the one after this week, they're wanting to do all capitals, but also all town and city halls. Mm-hmm. So we're spreading it out, which I think we've kind of naturally done anyway, where we started at the capitals and now you have all these other cities doing it within our states. So that would be really cool.
Yeah. And if we had Democratic leadership getting involved in these other organizations that are heavily on social media, I think really that's a step that we have been needing to take for years. That's part of what we need to be doing for messaging and mobilizing, combining social media and influencers and people that talk on podcasts with the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
The Democratic Party is just so bad at that.
They are. And it's in all levels of the structure, right? Like you have people like you and I who are Democrats. We love the party values. I think it very well marries with Green Party, Working Families Party, the Labor Party, which is up and coming in the States. I forgot to talk to you about that too. I'm going to make a note of that. But their marketing is total garbage. And we have this at our disposal for free. Mm-hmm. I want to see party leadership on social media at least once a week on the county level, all state levels, and our national level. They need to be leading by example. And then our elected Democrats, who I know are busy, especially in Washington, I totally get it. But a lot of our state sessions are about to end or done. Mm-hmm. We need to see you all doing stuff. Indiana's doing a great job. Our congressional, we have 2 congressmen who I think should be household names, and they are not across the country. But our state leaders on the Democratic side, they're fucking killing it. A good chunk of them are killing it. So.
Yeah, no, not so much on our side. I've actually talked to our state party chair about this, about getting more involved in socials. And I directly talked to her like, hey, what are you guys fixing to do on TikTok? What are you going to do on, Facebook? What are you going to do on marrying your socials with your marketing strategy? And her answer to me was, we need to rebuild our website. That has nothing to do with the free reach that the social media offers. Yep. And she just doesn't understand the difference. She genuinely doesn't know the difference between these two things. Yeah. And it drove me bananas. I was like, hey, you know what? If you need, I can help you with this. And I'm not pitching her to sell her a product. I'm pitching her to help the party. And the first thing she responds is, oh, I don't have the budget for that. Fucking what budget, bro? What budget? I don't even know what she's talking about. And I
tried not know what she's talking about.
I tried to explain to her, look, this is free. And she just wasn't hearing it. She never had. And so the only thing I've ever seen from her on social media is on Facebook, and they're purchased ads asking for money. And that's not endearing. That is probably the most annoying thing you probably put out there. I don't see you normally. So what are you going to do? You're just going to ask me for money instead. So I get text messages from her, emails, snail mails, and social media asks. That's all I get from the Iowa Democratic Party ever. It drives me bonkers.
Well, it is similar in Indiana, but I will say there's a man, Sam Barloga, who works with the state party, and he has for a long time. I know I told you about the email I sent to the state central committee, which was not received well. But I have noticed a lot of the county parties in Indiana are upping their game. And Sam has been directly sending me things to make sure that we're sharing, which, of course, I'm behind on those emails, too. But I do believe they're starting to listen in Indiana. And I still maintain, anyone who's listening, make me Karen's number one fan. 1,000%. I will be her number one cheerleader. Let's flip the switch on this. Okay. Mm-hmm. Sell it to me. Let's lead. Be our leader. So I think the seed is sprouting slowly.
Yeah, and we just don't have the time for slow. That's what drives me crazy.
We don't have the time for slow, but
we don't have the time. We're trying to work at the fastest pace possible, and those guys are back there picking their boogers like, oh no, should we start doing stuff with the social media people? I don't know.
And we've got ticky-tacky. We have good influencers in both of our states. I would argue probably even all 50 states.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, and I'm not even talking about myself. There are people that have far bigger reach than me, like Corinne Strait and Project Next. Like they're really killing it. So if you all are listening, we're still trying to champion that. I think we can just go into the marketing now.
Yeah.
All county parties, all state parties, and our national party, we need to be seeing party leadership faces, not just events, not just protests, not just upcoming action items, which we need those too. Our state parties and our county parties need to be like, hey, this judge just screwed over another judge in Wisconsin. Here's their email address and phone number, which I got that for you for the Wisconsin judge, by the way.
Excellent.
Here's the next protest, which shout out to Amanda Stevenson Holmes in Johnson County, killing it. She's killing it. Her face is on social media. She's sending out these protests like she's killing it. But we need to see their faces. I want people to be able to see Karen Talion walking down in a street in Indianapolis, like, oh, that's the Democratic Party chair. You know what? Mm-hmm. Like that rapport can be built on social media, and these town halls are good. We've got a town hall coming up on Friday. I know I should know the location. I feel like it might be Fort Wayne. It's on my website for the state party. And those are good, but not everyone can do that. Everyone can scroll through social media. So we need to see your faces, and I know it's not comfortable.
Get used to it. If it's not comfortable, you shouldn't run for office.
That's true. Yeah. You shouldn't be a leader if you can't. Yes. In this day and age, if you are not comfortable being behind the camera regularly on social media, you shouldn't be in there.
Absolutely. Could not agree more. Yes. I mean, I don't have that many social media followers. I mean, in TikTok terms, 80,000 followers is not that many, but people recognize me all the time around here. I bet I could be with the House minority leader, and people would recognize me and not recognize her because that's how little she's on social media. But she has power. I don't. So it doesn't make any sense why she doesn't have a much stronger social media presence. insane.
It doesn't, but there is power in the people, and we're seeing that happen with our protests.
Yeah.
And we had
which they're also not at. Our local leaders are not at our protests.
Our party leadership, as far as chairs, I have not seen. I have seen some of our caucus people. I've seen some of our elected Dems recently. Carrie Hamilton, Andrea Hunley. They are absolutely killing it. I don't know how Indiana is doing so well at this, but they have been showing up. But at the Perry Township Democratic Club on Thursday, Maya, who is the Marion County Party chair, was there, and someone was asking her, "What's our message? What's our message now?" And it is a good question because, again, there's so much happening that we're trying to put out fires of. So I think that might be something good to collaborate with and talk about. But I think messaging is important only to a certain degree. Right now, we just need to save America.
Right.
But also our persistence is a message. Us not backing down and us gaining momentum with our colleagues, our friends, our family, our neighbors, our community is our message. We are here. We're not going to let this go the way of Nazi Germany. I don't know what that translates into as words or show of force.
Right. Well, I mean, doesn't it just kind of boil down to we're the people, we're the power,
Yeah.
and with that people power, that is and can be the message.
Yeah.
We stand with and for and by the people because that's who we are. We are one of, I hate to use the cliche term, the 99%, but it's true.
We are.
It resonated back then. It resonates now because it's true. We are the people. And that is our message, is everything that is good for billionaires is not good for us. It's not good for democracy. So,
it's not good for our livelihoods, our mental health, our social health, our emotional health, our financial health, our economic health. Like this is, I keep saying it. This is terrorism. This is war. This is class war. It's like they're trying to manipulate some sort of like social and civil war.
As always, right? That's how they've always worked.
It's not just in our country. I get this feel. It's very global because we're roping everyone into it. Like we're a global society now, and I don't understand how it's gotten there. Speaking of, this is totally jumping off topic, but did you see the letter that was sent out recently? The website is rada.gov.ua, the joint statement of the chairs of the Foreign Affairs Committee on April 25th.
No,
Oh my goodness. I need to put this in my next email. I'll just read a little blurb of it. We, the chairs of the Foreign Affairs Committee of European Parliaments, call upon President Trump and the United States Congress to demonstrate true leadership in confronting the global threat posed by Russia as an aggressor state. We urge the end of policy appeasement and call instead for a united, resolute stance against Russia's terrorist regime. We strongly warn against yielding to its blackmail and deception. Strong leadership is also needed across European countries, along with reinforced transatlantic solidarity. We call on European countries to immediately confiscate Russia's frozen assets and redirect them to support Ukraine. There can be no compromise and no external pressure on Ukraine regarding its sovereignty and territorial integrity. We call upon the United States and other NATO members to admit Ukraine into NATO without delay. We urge the EU member states to accelerate Ukraine's accession to the European Union. We must not repeat the mistakes of Munich in 1938. Negotiating with the war criminal Putin is evidently futile. His main objective is to undermine and humiliate our ally, the United States. We call upon all the states to ensure that Vladimir Putin and all those complicit in his crimes are brought to justice. Lasting peace and security are impossible without accountability for the war crimes committed by his regime. And I would venture to say that some of that includes manipulating our elections at least twice.
Yeah. Wow. That's quite the statement, eh?
It is. And it's got several signatories. It was on the 25th, so like 3 days ago. And obviously our media is not sharing that regularly, but.
Wow. Yeah. No, it takes a lot of balls.
It is. But that also makes me a little nervous. Like we're obviously going to ignore that. Trump's not going to listen. So of course. Then what?
I don't know.
Do we get invaded? It sounds stupid to say out loud, but like seriously.
But invaded by other NATO countries? I don't think you can do that as part of NATO, right?
I mean, we're not holding up our end of the NATO bargain, I would argue.
Yeah. Yeah, we're the only ones that have ever had to incorporate, what is it, Article 5, where people come to our rescue. And now we're saying that we won't do the same for anybody else. Absolutely asinine, crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, no, that's interesting. I had not heard that. That's how far behind I am. Back to the exhaustion part.
Well, but there's too much. But same. I'm in between clients. I'm like trying to catch up, just so I like to just know what's happening. And there are still things I'm like, the fuck? And it happened like 3 days ago.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like, what? So that was interesting. I thought that was very, very powerful. Thank you to anyone who signed that or made that happen. So,
well, back to what you were saying right before you got like off on your tangent. Digressed. Thank you. I was thinking about this. Someone, I can't remember who it was that made the point, but when you are trying to have class warfare, social warfare, race warfare, and you're trying to manipulate all of the 99%, and you're the 1%, what one way would you absolutely guarantee that you can do that in the modern day? And that's to collect everyone's data and all of the stuff that we do, what we buy, what we eat, what we drink, how we get our money, how much money we make, where we put how we spend our money. All of those different data points can be accessed through all of the different places where Doge is taking our data.
yeah.
And that to me is fucking terrifying. Absolutely terrifying, because it just kind of came clear all of a sudden, like, of course they would want all this data, because then they can manipulate us even more.
Absolutely. They know everything about us.
Yeah.
Have you frozen your credit and done the, there's that thing you can print off for the, to send to Doge and the digital service, the Privacy Act request to like request your data?
No, I haven't even heard of that.
I will have to send you the link for that.
I mean, it's one of those things. I don't think they would abide by it anyway. And if I do it, I mean,
they wouldn't. But here's my thought process, and I think this with the IRS stuff too. Like a lot of people are like, well, don't pay taxes. They aren't. Well, the next administration is going to play catch up, right? And it's not going to be Trump again, more than likely. I hope not. But I think filing a complaint like that and submitting that paperwork, one, it still floods their system with concern from the people. But two, if there's ever like a class action lawsuit against Doge or Trump or this regime or even Elon Musk himself, because he's the one spearheading this, we can, well, I can't prove I did it because I didn't take pictures of it. I'll fill out another one and send it. But it's
take pictures this time.
It's almost like having a little bit of a paper trail with that, assuming they're not going to destroy them. But someone did say that to me. Anything you send in, make sure you take a picture first. And I was like, oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Hindsight on that one. Oopsie.
Oops. So yeah, worth trying. I mean, maybe there's a cog in the system or someone's making note secretly, or I don't know.
Well, I guess we do it whatever we can do.
Yeah.
As much as we can do. Yeah. Yeah, there's a line in this movie. I'm not sure if you've ever seen this movie. It's called Jojo Rabbit. And it's it's a really good movie. It's about this little boy. He is actually Nazi youth, but his mom is a resistor. And she doesn't tell him that. And it's a tearjerker, though, to be honest. And so they see these people hanging in the square. And the little boy asks his mom, what did they do? And she says, whatever they could. And I don't want to give the ending away, but it is a tearjerker. But Jojo Rabbit, highly recommend. It's streaming right now. I watched it because I hadn't seen it in years. But it's got a comedic aspect to it as well as the seriousness of the topic. So I don't want to tell you, but highly recommend.
I'll have to watch that. Maybe I'll download it and watch it on my flight.
But that's what I think of whenever I think of what can we possibly do to resist this tyranny. Whatever we can.
Literally anything we can. And some of that does mean rest.
Some of that does mean what?
Resting. There is rest and persistence.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. I was too tired.
You're like, I'm too tired.
I missed that part. Sorry.
So I had on my list of stuff the new English requirements for truckers. That was something that just came about. I saw it on TikTok and then I was like, that can't be right. And now I'm reading about it. Yes, that is right. He is fixing to write another executive order requiring all truck drivers to be proficient in English.
I mean, the government can't, because these are private companies. It's not like they're government contractors necessarily. Like there's got to be something illegal about that.
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah. English is not an official language of the United States. That's not a thing.
He's so dumb.
So they are stopping truck drivers at truck stations and having them read aloud these different sentences. And
that motherfucker can't even follow a fucking dress code.
right. Yeah.
Did you get the memo? It's a funeral, dude. Man.
What is the purpose of that? Why?
Because he probably thinks I guarantee you Mag is like, yeah, look at him standing out. Yeah. Like,
I don't know. Because
I don't know, man.
they colored his official White House picture of himself. They colored his suit black. They doctored it up, but they forgot to do his pants. So his pants are still blue. But I mean, if they didn't think it was a big deal, why would they color code the jacket back to black? I swear to dog. It's so moronic. It hurts.
Oh my God. Oh, he's terrible.
God.
He is just terrible. Yeah, so we got that one. Him falling asleep at the funeral.
Oh my God, with his mouth open.
Oh my God. My mom and I got into it again the other day, and she like went off on how I was like, can you please just like check in with Reuters and AP, like anything that's not Fox every now and again. She's like, well, they said Joe was sharp as a tack. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, but what aboutism is strong with this one?
Can we stop? Can we just stop? Like, okay, you don't like Joe Biden. Got it. But this is a problem now, like right now.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't like Joe Biden either. It doesn't make it any less, the point is still the same.
He was not my first choice in the primaries.
Oh,
but, we don't always get our first choice. That's like part of this whole thing.
shit, he finished sixth in the caucuses here. He was my 24th choice in the caucuses when we had 25 candidates. That's how much I love Joe Biden. He's too fucking old. I knew that back then.
And I agree. And I don't say that to be ageist because I think there is experience to be had with age and it is valuable.
He wears his on his sleeve though.
He does. And
some people wear it heavier than others and he does.
It just, I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
I don't get the whataboutism. I mean,
I don't either. Like, can we just focus on right now? Like, this is a real big problem.
I haven't done whatabout since like junior high.
Treasury Secretary, I cannot remember the term that they use, but like they're intentionally creating uncertainty in our markets.
Yeah.
Like, how is this benefiting anybody?
Well, it's benefiting the rich.
It is.
Insider trading.
The rich.
If he tips them off and says, I'm going to do this thing, I'm going to reverse this on this date, they make a lot of money real quick.
Yeah.
But the end goal, people, the end goal is crashing the economy. I mean, what is the point of crashing the economy? I guess it is in Project 2025, right? That's the whole idea, is to crash it.
They just want to crash everything.
Mm-hmm. Good God.
It's insane. It's insane. Let me see. What else do we have? Ooh, fun call to action. So the judge who signed the arrest warrant for the Wisconsin judge Hannah Dugan, his name is U.S. Magistrate Judge Stephen C. Dries. And
D-R-I-E-S?
Yep. And I think it would be interesting. And I saw this. This was not my idea. I saw it on TikTok with his phone number and email address to tell him just how terrible he is. But I think we should go a step further and also contact the Wisconsin Bar Association and file a complaint there. Because Judge Hannah Dugan was ensuring due process. That is part of our Constitution. They do take an oath to uphold the Constitution as attorneys. So Judge Dries can be reached at area code 414-290-2261. Or you can email, you can do both, DriesPO at wied.uscourts.gov. And I will have that on Hoosier Bitches Get Stuff Done. I'll put it in my weekly emails. You can just click that and there'll be a call to action. You can subscribe to this too. I do some national stuff, mostly Indiana, but some of it's national as well.
I'll put it in the show notes for this too.
Okay. And I will look up the Wisconsin Bar Association information and put that in there too.
Okay. Yeah, if you'll text me that, I'll put that in the show notes too when I'm editing this down.
All right. I made a note of that.
Okay.
So those are fun ones for me because it does keep it local, and most of the judges are doing their thing. Like, I know they're exhausted. They have to be, but they're holding strong. I mean, they're not.
Well, they're our
accountable.
absolute last line of defense, right?
They are, but they're still not holding Trump accountable. Like, he's breaking Supreme Court orders. Like, what are we doing here, folks?
I don't know what they can do on that, though, to be perfectly honest. I mean, say that they hold him in contempt. What are they going to do? Put the president of the United States in jail? The Supreme Court already said that can't happen. The Supreme Court's like, so they made this bad. And then if
they did, but it's like MAGA voters. At any time, you can be like, you know what, this has gone too far. Right? This is out of control. I shouldn't have done this. They have to do something. We cannot do this for 4 years.
I know. We're at 100 days now, right? Is it 100 days yet? Something like that?
Probably. Yeah, it's close if we haven't already hit it. It's terrible.
Yeah. By the time people hear this, it may be 100 days. And it's fucking exhausting, and we're at 100 days.
It's so exhausting.
And it's just going to get worse. Why hasn't cholesterol done their fucking job is my question.
Right?
It's one thing for the judges or the legislators, but where's cholesterol when I need them?
Yeah. We know it's floating around in there somewhere, just waiting to get clogged.
Agreed. He was pounding on death's door when he had COVID. What the hell's happening?
Well, it's all the preservatives from his terrible McDonald's diet. It's just keeping him alive. See, that
mummifying his corpse,
like coagulating into plastic in his veins and keeping him going, man.
Well, I've got one fun action item too. So,
ooh, yay!
We've got a day of trolling that we're planning here in Iowa, where we have 7 chapters in the state. So we're going to try and get all 7 chapters to participate. It's May the 17th, and right after our chapter meeting here in Des Moines, we plan to do like a caravan from legislator's house to legislator's house, protesting at their different homes in the area. And we're not going to tell anybody which homes they are in advance, because that just makes it so that legislators make sure they're not home. But we're just going to go out and protest because the session will be over. So this needs to be a testament to what's going to start happening between now and next session. Is we're just going to go randomly to different homes at different times and protest at these people's homes and remind Iowans why these people need to be voted out of office next year. So
my God.
Right now, I'm tentatively calling it the day of trolling, but that might develop over time. I don't know.
I love it.
And it was not my idea. It was 100% Zayden's idea, our chapter leader from Sioux City. He said that they were going to have a sign making party, and then they were going to start, they call it something different. They call it like a putt, where you go from house to house. I've never heard of that. It's a small town thing, apparently. I call it a caravan because y'all get in your cars and you just follow each other. That's a caravan.
Yeah. So
I was just going to go caravan of trolling. I'm like, oh, fuck. This needs to be a statewide thing. And
that needs to be a national thing. I saw that in the thread. I was like, what do you mean by that? Now that makes way more sense now.
Yes, because we have all of their information, right? We already put that together. It's on the burn book. I already got in trouble for it. Should I go visit Samantha Fett? I think I should. I have her address. Maybe I'll bring some stripper clothes and do a little striptease. I don't know. I mean, the possibilities are endless here.
I was thinking you guys could all dress up like the little troll dolls.
For trolling. Oh my God, that's funny. I've already got the hair. I just need to like spike it up.
You can put like sequins up your belly, like then they have like the little gemstone bellies.
Oh, nobody wants to see that. I'll have to wear like one of those flesh colored shirts and then put gems on that.
The sign you guys had with the stripper pole was hilarious. Stop stripping our rights, or was that what it said?
Yes.
Oh my God. That's perfect even without a past of stripping, because like
I know.
it's so true.
And they get so butthurt about stripping, and there's nothing wrong with stripping.
It's just a body, man, as long as it's consensual.
Right. You know what? They take away so many things from women. The one thing they cannot take away is your body. But
Yeah.
they try everything they can, but they haven't been able to so far. So if women need to make a living by using the one asset that has not been taken from them, so be it. Go
Yeah.
with God. You know, do your thing.
Absolutely.
So there's no
1,000%.
shame in the stripper game, but they get so butthurt.
So mad about it. Oh. So May Day is this week, May 1st, although several places have it May 3rd and even the 4th. Indiana's got some things happening on the 4th.
I wanted to do the 4th. That's hot. That's Star Wars Day.
Oh my God, yes, of course. It's Evansville in Indiana is doing it May 4th. That's so funny.
I might have to do something on May 4th just to celebrate Star Wars Day. Go around
Yeah,
as Princess
that's a
Leia
good
or
idea.
a Sith Lord. I could totally do a Sith Lord.
That would be so funny.
Yes.
That'd be so. We've got like 30 different cities, including Franklin, Indiana, next Saturday. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, everybody will have one. So if you're listening to this and you're not in Indiana, you're not in Iowa, make sure you find one. Go to 5051's website. It's spelled out 5050.one. You may not be able to find it on the interwebs if you Google it, because it is blacklisted by the government. So heads up on that one. There's a reason. They just don't want us out protesting. So go to their website and find something near you if you're not in the local areas.
Yeah, and some of them, like we've got Valparaiso's doing a pet food drive, Newcastle's doing a diaper drive, Bedford is doing a food drive, so is Indianapolis again. And they're not doing speakers at this one.
Oh my God, dude. Our last one here in Des Moines, 4,000 pounds of food was donated.
Nice.
It took 3-4 days to get it all to the food bank because it was so much
That's
food.
amazing.
It was crazy.
Crawfordsville is doing a hygiene drive, which is good. We have someone here in Johnson County who wants to do that at our next one. We won't do it next week, but we'll plan it. Oh shoot, I was going to say something else. Now I don't remember what it was. Oh, they're doing the title or the theme for Indianapolis is Smash. You can bring your old Amazon equipment like Alexa's, and they've made like a bowling ball style guillotine to smash the electronics. You've got to see it on their TikTok. I'm like, oh my God, that is so smart.
That's
I love it.
Funny.
I love it so much. I love it.
So are they smashing the patriarchy, or what are they just smashing, like
Amazon.
materialism? Okay.
Yeah, from materialism, I think is the symbol of that. But mostly they're going after like Jeff Bezos, Amazon products.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, I can throw my stuff at Amazon from my backyard, and I'll probably hit it. It's that close. It's literally across the street. I'm looking at it right now as we're recording it.
It's so sad because the amount of money and resources they have, they could be doing so many good things for communities. I mean, same with Elon.
100%.
He could be like humanitarian of our lifetime.
They could literally end like childhood hunger in the United States and send every kid to daycare or preschool. They choose not to.
Yeah. They hate people so much that instead of doing good with their wealth, they just keep trying to steal.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah. And somehow people in America are supporting this nonsense.
Okay, so I think that's it for us.
I think so too. I'm sure we forgot a million. Oh, there's a new Labor Party starting. VoteLabor.org. Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah. The contact I have, his name is Dave. He's out west in Washington State. But they're trying to start a party here. And it's not like it's either labor or nothing. It sounds like they're planning on like working with Democratic candidates.
So like a new Democratic Party? We've been talking about?
Well, kind of, but I don't know. This may be a brainstorm for another day, but like, I still am not confident we can get a third party to go, but also people aren't
I'm not
trusting
either.
Democrats. Like, it's such a weird thing.
A third party right now is just going to split the party, and then the Republicans are going to win again because they're always, they're always united. We're not.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's interesting. The Democrats definitely need, we definitely need to be changing the way we do things and working better together and holding ourselves accountable and standing up for our values. But it is encouraging. Like they're getting some momentum. So that's interesting. Certainly worth looking into.
And you're going to be in DC on Wednesday, right?
Yep.
So you're going to be recording bunches of shit, right, for us?
I am going to record as much as I can. I'm hoping flights and everything go smoothly. My plan is to make it to the National Mall for the veterans rally they're having there, the protest. Mm-hmm. I'll have to send you my schedule, man. It is tight. It is going to be 3 days of just chaos.
Yeah.
So, but I am very excited. I'm a little nervous about the flight. I sent a message to Aaron Parnas. I was like, dude, I'm going to be in town. I really would like to get a selfie with you.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It'd be so cool. I'm sure it won't happen, but we'll see.
That's awesome. Well, we usually record on Sundays and Wednesdays, so I'm not sure what we're going to do this week. I might still do a podcast. Maybe I'll have a guest or something.
Yeah, do it. Have Zayden or someone do it if they can.
Yeah.
Talk about Thursday and whatever's going on. And
yeah, I'd hate to not have a podcast and get out of even if we're late, like to this time we're late. We're a whole day late recording, but we still keep on schedule. And that's my whole thing is if I get off schedule, I'm really bad at getting back on schedule.
Oh yeah, same.
I'm the worst. So that's what I'm going to try and do. I'm still going to try and record something, find a guest to co-host with me. And I encourage you, if I'm ever gone or I'm like, I can't do it or whatever, you should also do the same thing. Okay. Hold the podcast and make sure we're still on schedule.
Well, if you end up not being able to find anyone, let me know. I'll see if I can get someone from here, like maybe Corinne Straight or something. Because there are definitely some people I'd love for you to connect with anyway. But
yeah, this would be a great opportunity to branch out.
Yes.
And for what better reason than you're going to be in freaking Washington, D.C., rubbing elbows with the Parn. Come on now.
So fun. If I can find time to sneak away for like 30 minutes or have enough of a break, there is a chance Wednesday evening. I have like a 2.5 hour gap where I can go back to the room and get like settled before we go back out. I'll let you know.
Okay. Sounds good.
That would be kind of fun. So
yeah. Okay. Then I guess safe travels then, eh?
Yay! All right. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
This is Heather Ryan coming to you from Des Moines, Iowa. Bitches Get Stuff Done. Go to our website, bitchesgetstuffdone.org. Support our work. It helps us do this full time and helps us stay sane.
Yes.
Bitches get stuff